Fable 5 might have a problem on their hands. And I'm not saying that because of some random benchmark chart on X. I'm saying that because I have actually been using Fugu Ultra inside of my own AI agent system, Hermes, and it is way better than I expected. The title of this video is that Fugu Ultra just exposed Fable 5's biggest weakness. And the weakness is not that Fable 5 is dumb. It's actually one of the smartest models I've ever used. So let's get that straight. Fable 5 is not dumb, and it is still an absolutely crazy model. But the weakness is that the next AI war might not be won with one single model being slightly smarter than every other model, okay? It might be won by orchestration. And that is what makes Fugu Ultra so interesting, because Fugu Ultra is not really just another chatbot launch, or it's not just another LLM, okay? It is an orchestration model. And I actually break this down inside of my previous video talking about it. But it is basically a system that can route across different models, different expert agents, and different reasoning paths, and then pull the final answer together through one clean API. So instead of asking, is this one model smarter than Fable 5? The better question is, what happens when the system can choose which model or agent should handle each part of the task? That is the missing part most people are not seeing. Now, before I get into anything, I want you guys to do me a favor, and I want you to comment down below. I want you to let me know if you've tried Fugu Ultra yet. I want you to tell me what model you're using, if it's Fugu or Fugu Ultra, what's your reasoning model or effort level set at, and tell me what you're actually utilizing this for. I'm gonna cover in here why I'm using it and what my use case is, and I've also talked slightly on it in the previous YouTube video that I did release on just pretty much the basics of how to utilize Fugu Ultra with Hermes agent, but I'm curious, so put that down in the comments below. And for context, my name is Andrew. I run 9 AI agents across 2 businesses and 2 7-figure client businesses. I use Hermes and OpenClaw as actual operating systems for work, not demos, and I've put in over 1,000+ hours combined in both of those harnesses. So when I test a model, I'm not asking it to write a poem or summarize a PDF, right? I'm putting it inside real workflows and doing real work with it. Okay, I'm having it run a bunch of audits. I'm having it do dashboard reviews. I'm having it create implementation plans. I'm having it do agent review loops and business operating system tasks. Like, I'm actually coming in here and having it perform gap analysis and do a lot of these really higher level tasks. And that is where Fugu Ultra really surprised.
In 1 week, got 3 months worth of work done.
You saved us a lot.
Like, it's perfect. Like, you know everything.
The session was extremely valuable.
You have the guidance.
You're happier.
The information is like worth paying for.
Keep doing what you're doing.
So over the past couple of days, since probably Monday when I started live streaming consistently, I have put roughly 20+ hours into Fugu Ultra at this point. I use it inside of Hermes subagents. I use it as a reviewer of work that Hermes had already done. I had to review my YouTube department operating system, my content distribution engine, the UI layout, the dashboard gaps, and the workflow logic, and the source of truth structure and the implementation priorities. And I also compared it against GPT-5.5 by giving both of them similar prompts, actually exact same prompts, and seeing which one found more edge cases and which one gave me a better execution plan. In most of those cases, Fugu Ultra was 10 times sharper, okay? It was not just giving me generic advice. It was finding actual gaps and finding real edge cases that GPT 5.5 was not finding at all. It was helping me turn what was basically a group of strong dashboards into more of a real operating system that operated cohesively. It connected all the workflows together, and it cared about the stale data and where the source of truth actually was. And it cared about whether something was actually completed or it just looked completed, right, on the dashboard, which I'm utilizing to check on everything. So that's super important. That's something GPT 5.5 didn't catch. And that is exactly the kind of thing I want from an AI reviewer and from a model or an orchestrator like this. Now, I want to be very clear. I'm not saying that Fugu Ultra beats Fable 5 in every single task, because that is not the case. And I'm not saying that Fable 5 is dead. And I am not going to spend this whole video nerding out over the exact benchmark tables, because most people watching this do not need another benchmark slideshow. It really doesn't matter, okay? What I'm saying is very simple. Fugu Ultra feels damn near as good as Fable 5 in the kind of complex review and agent workflow tasks I care about. And in some of those cases, it might actually be better. And I'm utilizing this exactly how I was utilizing Fable 5 when it was out and around. And that is why this matters, okay? Everyone is treating this like another model launch. They're asking, is Fugu Ultra smarter than Fable 5, right? Like, I think that's the complete wrong mental frame to utilize when looking at this. The real story is that the market may be moving from single model intelligence to multi-model intelligence by choice and doing it autonomously, meaning the system itself can decide which model, which agent, and which reasoning path, and which verifier is best for the task that you have given it. That is completely different than just asking one giant model to do everything for you. And this is why I keep saying that AI agents are not just chatbots, okay? The real leverage is building systems around the models and building workflows that automate tasks for you. So if you want your OpenClaw or Hermes setup installed for you, or you want help building AI agent workflows and automations inside your business, whether that's done for you or done with you, or you want just a consulting call, click the first link down in the description below, fill out the short form, and if it makes sense, you'll be able to book a call with me, because this stuff is moving extremely fast, and most businesses are not going to figure this out by watching random tool videos, okay? They need an operating system and someone who's actually building it. So what is Fugu Ultra actually doing? Okay, the simple version is this. Instead of being one model that tries to answer everything, Fugu Ultra acts more like an orchestrator. It can coordinate different models and different agents together to complete the task that you give it. It can route different parts of the work, and it can verify different outputs that you want. And it can also synthesize the final answer, right? And from the user's point of view, it still feels like one model, okay? That's the crazy part. And I did go ahead and actually fully break down the models and the plans and how to set it up with your Hermes agent. So if you want to check that out, I did make a video on that. It's the most recent video. You could see the thumbnail on the screen. Go ahead and check that video out if you're wanting to actually understand how to utilize it with your Hermes agent. But you are not manually saying, use this model for planning, use this model for coding, this model for the critique, and this model for the synthesis. Okay, the orchestration is the product. And that is why I believe Fable 5 may have a problem, okay? Because Fable 5's biggest strength is that it is actually incredibly strong as a model. But Fugu Ultra is attacking this from a different angle. It's not just saying, I am one better model. It is saying, what if the system can route the work through the right combination of intelligence, utilizing the pool of LLMs that it has access to? And if that works, then the future is not just about who has the best model. The future is about who has the best orchestration layer and who can plan better and utilize these models correctly, and who can actually delegate and verify all of this stuff. That is going to be interesting to see how this turns out, right? Who can recover when something breaks? Okay, who can hold the workflow together for long, messy, real tasks that people actually should be automating? That is where agents become extremely real and extremely useful. In my case, I had Fugu Ultra review a real YouTube department system that I have, okay? This was not a toy prompt, okay? This is also not something that, I think that people, and I mentioned this in my last video, but, this is not like just benchmark testing and, putting it in different IDEs and utilizing it in Claude Code and Codex and all this other stuff. Like, I'm giving it actually real work that, like, it could be used in real workflows, not a bunch of tests, okay? But it reviewed proof files. It reviewed hosted readbacks. It reviewed all of my UI logic, and it reviewed my server code and all the payloads that are getting pushed, and it reviewed whether my content distribution engine was actually operating like a system, or it just looked like one at face value, but it wasn't working cohesively. One of the recent reviews took about 365 seconds. It was a read-only review. 365 seconds. It's not that long at all to review an entire department of an operating system. It came back with a clean acceptance decision of what passed, what failed, what was missing, and what was non-blocking, and whether the next phase could actually proceed. This is the exact type of review I want before I ship something extremely and utterly important in an operating system that I heavily rely on. The other thing that surprised me was the usage. Now, this is something very interesting to talk about. Now, I am using the max plan. That is $200 $4 a month. Now I'm using Fugu Ultra, okay? I'm not using regular Fugu. And I had the reasoning effort turned up to extra high because I wanted the best possible review. Even with that, it only burned around 7% of my 5-hour usage window and only about 2% of my weekly usage. And then after some more usage, I think it got to like 10% on the 5-hour and 4% on the weekly. Okay, but for the level of output it gave me, that was absolutely insane to me. And I expected it to be way more expensive to run at that level and it would take way more usage, right? But it didn't. And that is another reason I think people should be paying attention to this, like seriously paying attention, okay? Obviously, it's not gonna be perfect, okay? The biggest downside I notice is that it does word dump, right? It can be a little bit too wordy, and also it is a little bit slower, all right? So I'm gonna just make that very clear. And it's not always as clean and easy to read as GPT 5.5. Now, GPT 5.5 is still better at making something feel polished, concise, and easier to consume. And I also do not think Fugu Ultra is the best UI design brain by itself, okay? If I'm designing like a clean dashboard layout or trying to make something look simple and, you know, look really aesthetically pleasing, I would still want a different model or a different layer involved, okay? But for audits, source of truth planning, implementation strategies, edge case detection, and serious agent review work, Fugu Ultra is absolutely ridiculous. Now, what I'm gonna show you here really quickly is a screenshot that I took of when I had it actually run an overall audit, okay? So what I did is I had it run the audit, complete audit of my YouTube department of my content distribution engine. And I gave it the same exact prompt that I gave to GPT 5.5 in my main Hermes agent. Now, in order to do this review, again, had it on Fugu Ultra, extra high reasoning, and I gave it to a subagent. So the subagent did the review with Fugu Ultra on extra high reasoning. And here is what it says, right? We're gonna go here. Bottom line, so again, real quick too, just to be clear, I gave them the same goal prompt and the same exact MD file to do exactly the same thing to get the same outcome, but obviously there's gonna be one better than the other, okay? So I wanna make that very clear. Again, real use cases, not some bullshit game that they have people having it make, not some tests like benchmark tests and bullshit, like real work that actually matters, okay? So it says I compared them directly myself with no subagent, okay? So GPT 5.5 did the review, and I thought GPT 5.5 was going to be more biased and actually say that it did better, but it didn't. I would go with Fugu Ultra Audit as the implementation blueprint, but use the GPT 5.5 audit for the cleaner presentation, wireframes, and operating facing UI direction. If we have to choose one to execute from, Fugu Ultra wins. Why does it win? It's because it performed better. Fugu was more aggressive and precise on the true operating system risks. It prioritized this above UI redesign, okay, which is the YouTube campaign version. So GPT 5.5 caught this too, but Fugu made it the central do not move forward without this architecture point. It treated false done state as P0 or phase 1 of what to complete. Okay, Fugu was clear on the fully approved and scheduled is dangerous if posted URLs and readbacks are still missing, meaning that it can say that we scheduled the post to go out, but at the end of the day, if we don't actually get that URL of the actual post that was scheduled, it's not complete yet, right? So that's gonna have stale data, and then it's gonna have silent fails where we think it posted, but in reality, it didn't post, okay? And this is probably the most important operational bug class here. And it also found more automation and reliability edge cases, okay? With hosted and local payload drifts, cron success versus actual business outcomes, static Docker seed fallback risk, data health not being surfaced enough, content distribution validation missing, native X runner and hosted write path concerns. It was stronger on making scripting doctrine machine visible. It specifically called out G15, 16, and 17, teleprompter blockers, intake and waiver state, placeholder blockers, etc. GPT 5.5 mentioned scripting workflow, but Fugu was more precise about turning doctrine into dashboard gates. It was stricter about not treating TikTok and LinkedIn placeholders as real readiness, because I had placeholders put in place on the dashboard, okay? Now, here's what GPT 5.5 did better. It was better at the executive operator document. The document, okay? Cleaner and easier to read, better high-level synthesis, better wireframes and mockups, better YouTube department, home, and video campaign dashboard presentation. Cockpit just means dashboard. Better for showing Andrew or another agent the full plan quickly, and more polished as a Google Doc deliverable. And it missed all the things that Fugu Ultra actually did very well. So I'm telling you that because I'm telling you, I'm utilizing it for actual business use cases, like real workflows and real audits, real implementation strategies. Like what I'm trying to tell you and convey to you in these Fugu Ultra videos I'm creating is not based off of any bullshit. It's not based off of toy test demos. It's not based on any of that. It's based on real workflows. That's what's important. That's what you should be looking for. A lot of these people who are making these videos, I have yet to see an actual video. At the time of recording this video, which is now 2 days after it's released or 1 day after it's released, I have not at all seen anybody actually put it to use in Hermes, let alone in real workflows and use cases, other than creating a dashboard. Like that doesn't really, like that, like you could use Claude Design to do that. You don't need Fugu Ultra for that. So this is where I think it really, really shines. And I want to make that very clear. And that is what I think people are getting wrong. They're looking at Fugu Ultra like it's another single LLM as well. It is not a single LLM, okay? It's not that. It is more like an aggregate, and I can't make that clear enough, okay? I can't make that clear enough. It is an orchestrator. It is choosing what intelligence should be used for the desired outcome to get you the best output. And that is a very different category, vastly different than what Fable 5 is or anything else. And if this category keeps improving, then the real question is not which model is number one. The real question is then which system can consistently produce the best outcome. And that is much more important of a question. Now, the other part people should pay attention to is that this is Sakana AI. This is not just another US frontier moment, all right? Other countries are in this race way more than people think, okay? Sakana is based in Japan, so they're still playing the game too. And if you're serious about AI, you cannot just wait for one company to tell you what matters, like Anthropic or OpenAI. You need to be testing new, different models as soon as they come out. Because if you're actually building with this stuff, one new release can change your entire stack entirely. It can change your workflows. It can change your outputs that you actually receive. It can change what agent you use as a reviewer, okay? It can change what you trust for planning. Like these things, guys, I don't think you understand how important that is, right? And obviously it can change what you use for implementation, just like I did. And that's why I jumped on this immediately. Now, I am going to keep testing it, okay? This is not going to be one video and then I forget about it. I'm going to be testing Fugu Ultra against real agent workflows all week. I'm live streaming it all week. And on top of that, I'm going to be continuing to live stream, and I'm going to be continuing to test audits, test all the coding reviews, have it review all of my dashboards, have it look over all of my different operations, not just across my content distribution engine, but also across my OpenClaw and Hermes workflows, okay? And I'm going to be live streaming pretty much a good amount of it, if not all of it, every single day, Monday through Friday. So if you want to see me testing that live and or you want to know when I'm going live, join the Telegram. The link is down in the description below. And also hit the bell notification and subscribe to the YouTube channel. That way you are notified when I do go live every single day, Monday through Friday. Because this is one of those moments where being early actually matters. Fugu Ultra is not replacing Fable 5 at everything, okay? Listen to what I'm saying. Fable 5 is still one of the strongest models out there, bar none. It's not even close. It was massive in its leaps that it made. But Fugu Ultra is good enough that it should make people uncomfortable. Because if an orchestration system can get this close and in some workflows maybe even feel sharper, then the future might not belong to just one model like Fable 5. It might belong to the system that can orchestrate and knows how to use all of the best models together for the right use cases. And that is exactly what I have been saying about agents. The model definitely matters, but the operating system around the model matters even more. So if you want help building that kind of system inside of your business, if you want your Hermes or OpenClaw agents installed for you, or you want help building AI agent workflows and automations around your actual operations, click the first link down in the description below, fill out the short form, and if it makes sense, you're going to be able to book a call directly with me. And comment below with what you want me to test Fugu Ultra against next, and also comment down below, let me know if you've tested Fugu Ultra, what plan you're on, what you're testing it with, what are you actually utilizing it for, what is its strengths and weaknesses that you see, because everybody's experience can be relatively different based upon what they're actually utilizing this for. And again, I am going to be testing this every single day live on my live streams here on the YouTube channel and my X account. So if you're not following me on X, follow me on X. Links down in the description below, because I think this is going to potentially be something that is going to change the game in AI with how people actually utilize these models. And It could mean that one model now is not going to be sufficient, and you can run an orchestration like this where it can now choose the best model for you based on the tasks you're giving it. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Smash the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the bell notification, comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.